So today we're going to be comparing the Studio Colors pencil crayons versus the Prisma colors. So let's get started. Here we go. So I don't have my Prisma colors in that little fancy box because when I first bought them, I thought that you're supposed to just get rid of it. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Or that is not the case. So we're just gonna do like a little swatch test. So we're gonna try to find the colors that match similarly to the Prism colors in the Studio Color pack thing. There's a lot. Okay, now that we have both colors that similarly match it, we're gonna just swatch them real quick. So overall, my first impressions, oh, by the way, it's Future KO here. My first impressions of these pencil crayons, they weren't too bad. They were just your basic average pencil crayons. Although I think Crayola pencil crayons are way better than these ones, just like the overall feel and texture of them. Just putting them on the paper, I could definitely tell the difference. But they're not bad, like honestly for $2, like how could you go wrong? And now for the Prismacolors, oh, these bad boys. I've used them for years and years now. That's the same dream. And these things are just beautiful. Just applying that little pressure onto the paper, so much color comes out, so vibrant, so saturated. Just watching them here right now, it just, comparing them makes a big difference, especially in the quality of these. So far, we can tell a big difference here just from the swatches alone. It's very much more vibrant in the Prismacolor section than the we call them Studio crayons. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to try blending them, see how well each one can blend. Say I go purple, a dark blue. That's not bad. Blending, to be honest. Let's try like a orange yellow red. Orange to a yellow. It's definitely not bad. Like, it's not bad whatsoever. The blending. Who's right here blending? And swatches. Okay, now let's do the exact same one here. So, our purple to dark blue to blue. Oh, that's a difference. It's definitely not the same colors here. Definitely with the Prismacolors, the blending is so much more better. Look at that. That's like some blending right there. There's like no tell of where the transition is, whereas here you can definitely see right there. That's when it starts, that transition. Orange, not so much. Orange. Yeah, like that's like a big difference right there. Like, it's just so much more saturated here. It's so like vibrant. Let's do a little bit of overlay and then we'll see. So I go like that. Orange, blue. Now here for the layering, it wasn't too bad, honestly. I was expecting like for it not to layer that well, especially like for $2. I thought it would just be absolutely horrible, like it just wouldn't work. But overall, in the end, it was not bad at all, and I would honestly think that they're pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. No, the Prismacolor side. It's much easier to blend or to lay on top with the Prismacolors. A mixture of everything in here. Very interesting. I can definitely tell a big difference between the shading or the blending on top of here. It's like more of a mixed color compared to here, where you can just see both of the colors individually. Okay, now that we've tested both of these crayons out, let's go make an illustration with them. So we finished a pencil sketch and I cut it out, and now we're just going to ink it up and color. Okay, now starting with the left side with Minol. I think it's Minol. It's one of the Pokemon, one of those electric Pokemons. Yes, I know. I've been trying Pokemons like forever now. But yeah, starting with the side, the cheap side, we'll call it. The overall feeling of the crayons, it wasn't bad. Honestly, I had to put a lot of pressure onto them just to get that like thick solid color on it. And as well here, I see that the blue or the shading wasn't really like, it was kind of matching the other color, the base color, so I had to change that. But yeah, other than that, it was kind of hard to make this kind of aesthetic with these pencil crayons, like no shading whatsoever. It was just making sure that the color was solid and clear. And yeah, I didn't have to sharpen any of these, which is good. Usually the Prismacolors, you would have to sharpen them because they break like almost all the time. And I think crayons or Crayola wins by a long shot compared to Prismacolors, but that's for another time. But yeah, overall, I think it was quite nice. For $2, what can you expect? Okay, now that we finished this side, we're gonna move on to the Prismacolor side. So now for the Prismacolors side. By the way, guys, really sorry for all the shaking in the video. My camera is attached to the desk where I draw, and every time I put any type of movement onto the table, the camera just shakes and jitters. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to fix it soon. But yeah, anyways, back to the drawing here. Prismacolor, so much more easier to draw with, to color with. It's just, you can see less of the paper overall. Especially for this kind of style that I'm doing, the shading, I really want it to be a solid color, and for Prismacolors it does not fail. And I think for this piece I really didn't illustrate it that well, but or I didn't use the Prismacolors to its full potential, I think, because they honestly come out or shine the most when you're doing realistic pieces with them, because just the blending that is able to occur with the Prismacolors is just unreal compared to anything else, I think. And that's it. This is the final piece. Overall, both of them were pretty much very similar, especially because I did the 2D shading and everything. So it was overall really similar. However, with Prismacolors, you can definitely see that there's less white marks, so it's easier to fill in. And the blending, obviously, of course, with the Prismacolors and the variety of the colors you have is definitely far better than these $2 ones. But if you're trying to get into pencil coloring and you're into these kind of 2D shadings and everything, then definitely recommend going with these ones, or maybe some Crayola ones. I used to use Crayola all the time, and it's only $5. If you made it to the end of this video without skipping, thank you, I appreciate it. And be sure to like and subscribe, it really helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.